Truth or Fate brings Vedika Bahl here to the set. Good evening to you, Vedika. Great to see you as always. The FIFA World Cup has been marred by reports of racism in recent weeks. From controversial punditry to accusations of xenophobia in the stands to the abuse of players on the pitch. But at the same time, there's been a flood of fake racism allegations. So tell us, what's been happening?
Well, it's right, Mark, that the action on the pitch is intensifying as the World Cup heads to the quarterfinals, but also intensifying is a surge in online misinformation with racist themes. Now, the examples I'm going to show you do not, of course, take away from the very genuine reports of xenophobia and discrimination that we've seen in this tournament, but it is important, of course, to go through what is true and what is fake. And as we've seen quite a few times before in football, European teams with non-white players can face racist abuse after their team is knocked out. And it is a similar case with false racism allegations as well. Now, for example, this TikTok video claims to show Dutch manager Ronald Koeman giving a racist tirade against Moroccan players after Morocco defeated the Netherlands. Now, we won't be playing this video, but I assure you that he uses extremely racist language and stereotypes, and the clip racked up over 3 million views and counting. However, it is an entirely AI-generated video, and it is posted by a football account that is notorious for sharing AI-generated slop. Now, another example here that I have is one that we've previously covered here before on Truth or Fake, a fake video montage claiming that Algerian fans were aggressively chanting Messi is the enemy of Allah and threatening Argentina before a match. Now, this was in fact a manipulated video using political audio, a political chant that is very much against Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, so not Messi, and it was shared to falsely target Algerians and paint them as the aggressor. Now, another example I have here is that after Germany was knocked out by Paraguay, fake reports emerged that claiming that German fans began a petition to ban Muslim and African players from playing in the national team. Now, these fake posts claimed that it was reported by German outlet Deutsche Welle, but this petition does not exist, and Deutsche Welle has made it very clear and clarified this itself on its fact-checking page. So there you have it, Mark, a few examples of fake themes of misinformation with racist undertones on themes.
It is a very strange scenario, isn't it? Thanks for clearing it up. Anyway, as you said, though, this doesn't erase the multiple incidents of genuine racist abuse that have been witnessed in this tournament.
No, it certainly doesn't. For example, whilst that video from TikTok about the rant by the Dutch manager, that is fake, it is true that Dutch players have reported receiving racist abuse online after the loss against Morocco. Now, there's also been racist tournaments in football punditry against non-white players. For example, German pundit Bastian Schweinsteiger, he said that the Ivory Coast team play, I quote, African football, or he described as a bit unorthodox, wild, and not as tactical. Similar case with Serbian pundit Rade Bogdanovic, who caused outrage when he said that, I quote, again, black players lack concentration beyond 60 to 80 minutes. I want to point out here that both of these pundits are, in fact, ex-football players themselves. Now, there has also been multiple accusations of racism and discrimination in the stands. The latest of these is that FIFA has just opened an investigation into allegations of racist abuse involving an American streamer named iShowSpeed and an Argentinian supporter. The influencer was live streaming the Argentina-Cabo Verde game to his tens of millions of online subscribers when an Argentinian fan appeared in the background and appeared to be telling him in Spanish, I quote again, go cry to the zoo. Now, speaking of this particular match, Argentina versus Cape Verde, as reported by Al Jazeera, sections of both Egyptian and Cape Verde supporters have accused Argentinian fans of racist violence and abuse, although, Mark, it remains to be seen if FIFA will take any action based on these reports.
And of course, we mustn't ignore the biggest incident so far, perhaps the most despicable. The racist abuse from a Paraguayan senator aimed at Kylian Mbappé.
That's right. This is probably the biggest racist incident to come out of this World Cup. When after Paraguay's loss to France, Paraguayan Senator Celeste Amarilla posted a series of deeply racist comments on X about the superstar striker. It is really not worth repeating what she said, but it was extremely dehumanizing and it attacked Mbappe's education, origins and appearance. Now, he hit back with class, calling her a despicable woman who gives the worst possible image of her country. Now, she then posted an open letter where she partly doubled down again in her attacks against him, but she also said she regretted insulting him as a mixed-race woman herself. Now, she apologised in this open letter, but she also demanded an apology from Mbappé, citing gender-based violence. Now, Mbappé has been unequivocally backed by the French Football Federation, French President Emmanuel Macron, the United Nations, and French prosecutors have opened an investigation into aggravated public insult and incitement to hatred, but it's certainly been one of the defining moments of this tournament. Now, FIFA's social media protection analysed 6 million posts online. They found 13-time increase in abuse compared to 2022 World Cup, and out of those that they found, 11% of those abusive posts carried racial hatred. So I think some important statistics to end on there, Mark.